Finally, the Baltimore Ravens have finally exercised their demons that are the Pittsburgh Steelers and won in dominating fashion 34-17 on Saturday evening football on Fox. Welcome into the channel, everybody. I am your host, Joey Petersen, and on today's show, I'm going to put a tiny little bow on the awesome performance we saw on Saturday today against the Pittsburgh Steelers from your Baltimore Ravens, who now tie at the top of the division of the AFC North with a 10-5 record. What's going on, everybody? Hope you are as pumped as I am. If you're so excited, you love the Ravens, you want to cover them going into the playoffs, I promise you, they're not going to be covered better anywhere on YouTube than right here on Ravens Rundown by Chat Sports. I get you 11 videos a week. That's 2 videos Tuesday through Friday. We go live Tuesday evenings. We go live for every single game. There's no better place to be on YouTube if you're a Ravens fan than right here. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Join the over 23,800 people we have on the channel with us. Let's start. Let's get it going. I'm ready to pop into this one. We got to start with our main man. That is our king, Derrick Henry. 24 carries, 162 yards on the day. No touchdowns, but hey, I think he'd take 24 for 162 over his last performance, 13 for 65 and a tud any day of the week. And what I loved about this performance from him and this offensive coordinating and Todd Monken and just the way this offense ran in general is it was apparent early that Henry had his stuff. That this Pittsburgh Steelers defense was playing on those read options maybe a little bit more to Lamar than they were to Derrick Henry. It seemed to me that they came into this game saying, okay, we'll let Henry beat us if he can. We're not going to let Lamar beat us with his legs. So they let Henry do what he wanted, and that's exactly what he did. He had, I think, 8 rushes of 10 yards or more. That one he broke off right before the Lamar pick was absolute electricity. And I mean, he just did exactly what you were expecting him to do. Exactly what you wanted him to do. Exactly what you knew he was capable of doing. Okay? And he hadn't been ridden very hard over the last couple weeks. Didn't get a ton of carries against New York. Of course, he had the bye week before that. Then the week before that against the Eagles. Didn't have a ton of carries either. Had only had over 20 carries once since, I think, week 6 of this NFL season. So you could tell. You're resting him up for this time of the year. You're resting him up for these December games when it's cold. And most likely the person who wins the football game is the team who can run it best. And that was no different today against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay? I got a lot more to talk about, but before I talk about anything, I want to know, what is your one-word reaction to today's game? You let me know, comment section down below. This will be in the pinned comment on today's YouTube video. YouTube might throw you an ad break in just a second. And when that time comes, take advantage of it. Scroll down the comment section, find this comment, and reply for me with your answer. Alrighty, let's go on to Lamar, because he had a fantastic game as well. 15 for 23, 207, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. If you take away that 1 pick, it was one of his better games this season, given the circumstances, okay? Given the fact of how he typically has played in his career against Pittsburgh, which, not going to lie to you guys, typically hasn't been great. He has a career completion percentage against the Steelers of under 60%. He's been sacked 20 times against them in the 5 games he's played. He's had 14 turnover-worthy plays against them and not a lot of touchdowns. But he came out tonight and went 15 for 23. 207, 3 tuds, and a pick. And he was at his best, in my opinion, when this team needed him to be at his best. On third downs. The amount of third down plays he made with his arm, not with his legs, was amazing. That throw to Zay Flowers could not have been more perfect. Tom Brady, Joe Montana, if they had a baby, he could not have made that throw. Maybe he could have. It wouldn't have been as pinpoint as it was coming from Lamar. Okay? He was great. And when he's great, honestly, this whole offense just plays great. Okay, I love the way this offensive line played. Sure, they weren't the best in pass protection, but they ran block better than they have any game this year. How do you think Derrick Henry can get 24 carries for 162? Sure, it helps he's the king himself. It helps he makes a lot of guys miss. But man, these guys give him so many holes to run through. Okay, they played fantastic tonight. Zay Flowers was great. I thought Rashad Bateman was great as well. He has been such a pleasant surprise to me this season. I've loved the way Rashad Bateman has been playing football for this football team. This offense clicked. It did something it hadn't done against the Steelers in a long time. It clicked, okay? And only one turnover on the day. Could have been a lot more, especially from the special teams. You fumbled 3 times. You recovered all 3 of them. Thank your lucky stars. That can't happen again moving forward. But your offense did what they needed to do. They put points on the board. They sustained long drives. They were great on third down. Of course, they were able to run the football at will as well. Before I get into anything else on the rest of my instant reaction, I got to talk about the sponsor of today's video. It is our friends over at Game Time. Game Time is the place to go. Best seats, lowest prices. It's all guaranteed. It's the only place I go when I try to get any college football or NFL tickets. It has a new feature. That's what I love so much about it. It's called Game Time Picks. And what Game Time Picks does is it filters out the fluff, shows you only incredible deals, and so that way you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. The tool highlights the best deals, and sometimes that includes great and amazing deals, which at that time are the highest value seats in the venue. For some events, Game Time Picks also identifies a super deal, which is the best seat value in the entire place. There's so many things I love about it. Okay, I love the lowest price guarantee. I love the last minute flash deals, but I love the views from your seat. Can't tell you how many sporting events I've been to in my 24 years of existence that I've gone there and I've been like, don't really love where I'm sitting. Something's in my way. Something's blocking my view. Well, that doesn't happen with Game Time. You see exactly what you'll be looking at from your seat before you even purchase the ticket. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? It is game time. All right, let's talk about this defense, shall we? They made plays when you needed them to make plays. The secondary, Marlon Humphrey, pick 6. The reason I'm coughing is because I yelled so much during that pick 6 that I don't really have much of a voice left. He was great. Ardarius Washington forcing the fumble on the 10-yard line. Kyle Hamilton, pass breakup on 4th and 5. Deep shot to Calvin Austin. If it was complete, it would have been within the 10-yard line. That's just the secondary, though. This pass rush was phenomenal. It was better than I've seen it all year long. Kyle Van Noy got to a career double-digit sacks for the first time in his life. First time in his career. I think he had 2.5 or 3 sacks on the day. And when they weren't getting him down, they were pressuring him. It felt like every single snap. And I know I talked a lot about Zach Orr in the beginning of this season. And in my opinion, it was for good reason. This defense was atrocious. But since the Week 11 matchup with Pittsburgh, this defense has turned a corner. They have flipped a switch, and they are playing inspired football. They're playing passionate, aggressive, physical football. Okay? That's how you play like a Raven. They're doing it down this home stretch when it is the most important. Okay? It's the most important. What is your one-word reaction to tonight's game? Was it hell yeah? Actually, wait, no, I already asked that question. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. I want to know, how are you feeling about the Ravens the rest of the season? If you're feeling really good, go ahead, give me a 100. If you're feeling not that great still, that's kind of where the ones are. If you're sitting somewhere in the middle, let me know in the comment section down below. Scale it for me 1 to 100. That'll do it for today's episode, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. We got a busy, packed week. I will be live for the Christmas Day game. Make sure to check that out. I will be live Tuesday evening as well, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time when we go live for that. I'll get a video out for you tomorrow, day after day after day after. You guys know what it is. It's Christmas. It's busy, but it's fun because we got some meaningful football in just 4 days. So lock in. Excited you guys are with me hanging out on Ravens Rundown. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel already, like today's video, hit that sub button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.